Yo bola ertalabki streamga xush kelibsizlar. Ertalabdan stream qilgan odamni ko'rganmisizlar? Ko'rganmisizlaring atmetga qilinglar. Atmetga qilsalaring ko'rganmisizlar. Короче, bolam stream bo'lyaptimi? Streamga xush kelibsizlar. Ertalabdan stream qilgan bu stream bola short formatda bo'lyapti. Nimagachilar odam ko'p kiradi. Obunachini ham bola chub tashalang. Men endi sizlarga Minecraftda ko'rsataman. Bola endi yazık tushsa pastda turardi. Mana bo'ldi, o'yin o'zbekcha bo'ldi. Endi mana tushunsa bo'ladi. Daxil soat 4da stream qilyapmiz bola. Ertalab tushyapti. Evet, koydum. Nima qilmoqchi demoqchi. Nima qilmoqchi? Nima qilmoqchi? Qilishim kerak 3ta. Men 4ta. Nechtaga sog'loramiz bo'ldi? 7 yetmadi. Shundan 77 ramiz bolalar. 77 ramiz bolalar. Bunday qilamiz endi. To'xtayra bo'lishni. Vallahi Mancım. tadım var ya, içim kurmayız. Bu bir kişi yaptı. Tamam desem falan bu kadar. Navbatda yaxshilab mexanizmi siyamini olib tishini ochib yuborsam bittasi tushadi. Chingni o'zyapti. Nima ekan? Yo'q, qolgan ovqatda muammo yo'q, to'y asibdi. Menam desam daraxam o'zbekimni zerikarli bo'ldi. Manzil bo'yicha instaksiga ne точка room'da server ko'rmoqda. O'rnatib bitta bo'ldi. Video koyayım. Bak. Valla açtım doğru koyayım. Video top. Video top ellik. talabga tushib turadi. Ma'qulman deyman.
Trees. Lots of trees. I will...
Короче, bola sizlarnikin. Testi bo'lichi.
Bunch one.
Bari içim kırık. 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 Çota valla nerede? Copyright. Yüklayıcı bozma. 81. Oy. Niski bayat bitadi. Bunda valla ben
one of them in a second, but right now I kind of just want to have a look around and see what the world looks like. Seems as though we're potentially in a flower forest, which is a nice starting biome. I really like that. Hello, chicken. I think I will leave you alive for now, but I might return. Let's go for a little dip, swim across this river, see what's on the other side. Let's check behind where we spawned in. Lovely cliff face, look at that. Could definitely do some building up there. Got some horses, even a couple of bees flying around over there. Maybe we'll tame one of them at some point if we can get a saddle. Anyway, I should probably stop wasting time and maybe go punch a tree and get some wood, and we can get some tools on the go now. I'm looking for just a single tree, not connected to any others, and Looks like it might be this birch one. Yep, it will do nicely. I always forget how long this takes. I need to get an axe pretty quickly, and preferably a stone one, so let's see if we can craft ourselves a little table to do some more crafting on. Pop that one down, and we'll just start off with a stick, and we'll make ourselves a wooden pickaxe and skip the rest of the wooden tools. Don't really need them. Mainly because we can just dig into this hill here and find ourselves some stone, hopefully. There we go. Maybe even some coal or iron if we're lucky, but I'm not counting on it. Three will do for now because I can very quickly upgrade my pickaxe and ditch that wooden one. Make things a little bit more efficient here. I can never remember how many stone blocks you need to actually craft all of the tools. 20 is probably fine, but maybe I'll just grab a little bit more to be sure. There we go, 30. That should do it. So, let's see. What can we craft? We need some more sticks, of course. We'll get a sword. That's always going to be helpful. And a shovel, why not? And, of course, we're going to need an axe to get some more wood eventually. And also to break my crafting table to bring it with me. I could really do with a sheep, Mr. Cow. Have you seen one anywhere? Looking to be able to make a bed by nightfall, but I'm not betting on it because we're almost at midday already, if not past that. Plenty of flowers though. This is a really nice spot, so colourful. I think we're back where we started, are we not? There was a beehive right by the spawn, so probably not any sheep this way, although I kind of feel like I saw one somewhere. Although, there we are, there's one, there's two, there's three, look at that. Oh goodness, that is perfect. However, I need the same colour wool, guys, and, well, there's 3 white ones, but you're just a little baby. I'm not going to do that to you. Maybe we'll just go the first night without a bed. We don't need it that badly. Looks like there's a cave down here. Maybe we'll pop in there at night time. That's a good idea. Yeah, we'll spare the sheep for now, and we'll head into that cave later on. Probably would be a good idea to get a bit more wood too. Always helpful to have on hand. Then if we do go down in the caves, we're going to have some more wood for torches, so, you know, we can actually see things. I am beginning to think we probably need some food, and I don't really like killing the animals because they're kind of cute and adorable, but needs must, I'm afraid, and there's no babies around, so unfortunately these guys are going to be my supper tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, I feel kind of bad. There are more sheep over there, but I think we're going to stick with the no bed plan. I like the idea of that. There's even more over there. Okay, we have an abundance of wool if needed, but we'll stick out the first night. We should be fine. Gonna grab a little bit more wood just in case. I think before the sun sets, I would maybe like to summit this hill. We can see what's on the other side of it. Then come morning time, possibly we can head out and have a look what's over there, if it looks intriguing. I'm not sure, we'll see. Well, at the top of here is another gradual hill, so we're not quite at the summit just yet. More sheep though, they are just teasing me. It's almost like they want me to take the wall. Looks like we got a meadow up here. Okay, that's really nice. Potentially a place to set up home, maybe. Got some pumpkins, although they're not much use at the moment. We'll save them there for now. Hello, donkey. Very friendly. Not sure if I would want to be at the top of the mountain when I set up base, or if I'd rather be at the bottom having the mountain as a view. Maybe we'll keep walking this way a little bit and see if we can get to the other side eventually. So many donkeys around. That's like 3 of them I've seen already. Looks like there might be another cave over here, and I've strayed quite far from the other one, so maybe this is where we'll head in a minute because the sun is beginning to set. Oh, this is amazing. Look at this. It's another meadow, but on a slightly lower level, so you get the bonus of the big high views up here on this part, but you can also have a almost lower section. Looks like there's potentially a cherry blossom biome over there too, shadowed in the sunset rays. Very promising. We'll have to check that out soon. But for right now, I am going to cower away underground because I am scared of nighttime, especially when I don't have a bed to help me out. So let's hope this cave is longer than just the little part that I can currently see right now. We'll also nab a little bit of coal before we go in so we can light the way. There we go. Let's just make a few torches and that hopefully should do us. We'll try to use them sparingly, but the sun is definitely going down, so now we hope this is a substantial cave. Hello, skeleton. Oh goodness, he hurt me. Now he's got me pinned. Now how does one deal with this? Probably should have cooked my steak up before going down into the caves, and actually, you know what, that's a great idea. I'm going to put off dealing with the skeleton for the moment, and we're going to craft ourselves a furnace and cook up some food for the evening. We'll just put 8 in for now, I think, save using that last piece of coal on just a single raw beef. Seems a bit of a waste. Do wish I had a bow, that would make things easier, but he has gone around the corner? Nope, he's still here, and he sees me. Okay, well this skeleton is making my life very difficult, but good news, one of my steaks has finished cooking, and it tastes delicious. Maybe whilst this is cooking away, I'll start staircasing down, make it a little bit safer on myself, try not to die within the first night. I came underground thinking it would be safer than outside, and whilst it probably is, it's not perfectly safe. It has its flaws. Hello, skeleton? Are you around? He's gone away again. I'm gonna head back up and get some steak just to top myself up a little bit. I can't see him anywhere. It's promising, I suppose. Hello, skeleton. Are you around? Okay, he's vanished. How has he gone so far? Unless he's just round this corner here. Okay, he's up there. Right, we'll leave him be for now. I don't want to forget I have my steak cooking though, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that before we go any further. And you know what, we may as well just stick the last piece of beef in with a wooden plank, and I think that should have enough fuel to cook it through. Looks to be the case. There we go, and we can go ahead and break our furnace and our crafting table and take it down with us into the caves. So the skeleton is this way. I'm gonna go this way. That seems like the smart move. Plenty of coal, but I don't really need much more of that at the moment. Some iron, that's nice. We could probably do with actually getting that whilst I'm here. Doesn't look to be any baddies that way, so we'll make the most of this quiet time and pick some of this iron up, hopefully enough to get... Probably armor would be a good place to start. No need for a pickaxe really until there's actually ore that I can mine with it. Lots of it though, that's given us 10 iron, enough for a chest plate. Okay, instead of pushing onwards, I'm just going to pop a furnace in the wall here. We can kind of make a temporary base in this cave. Just realised I missed some iron over there. We'll have to go back for that. But I'm going to leave this cooking. In the meanwhile, I can go ahead and do some exploring of the cave as long as I don't go too far. But let's go get that iron first of all. I don't really want to spend too long down here in the caves. I'm mainly planning just to avoid nighttime. But I'll try to time watch at the same time and hopefully by morning we should be done down here and we can go explore possibly that maybe cherry blossom biome that we saw. Looks like that's what it was anyway. Okay, top up the furnace, and whilst that's cooking away, let's continue on down the cave. Hello, creeper, waiting at the end for me. How very kind of you. Well, that was a bit unnecessary, wasn't it? No damage dealt though, so we're all good. And just a water source at the end. Okay, well, no luck this way. We'll turn back and go the skeleton's route. Grab a little bit more coal for the road too, why not? How we doing? 10 iron. Okay, let's make ourselves a chest plate, see if we can get armored up a bit. Then we can maybe take some damage if needed from the skeleton. Gives us a fighting chance at least. I think he went up this way, so I'm going to go this way and avoid him again. Although it looks to be a dead end. Yeah, okay. Well, we had to face him at some point. Where are you? Here he is. Let's just do it quickly and... Wow, that was nowhere near as bad as I thought it was going to be. Looks like the end of this side of the cave also ends in a water stream. Maybe in a bit I'll craft a bucket and come pick one of these up. But for now, I'm just going to wait for my iron to cook, I suppose. We've managed to get... No, we haven't found any more. I thought we did. I am mistaken. Okay, how are we doing? Have we cooked it all up? Nearly. We just got one more to do. But 9 gives us enough for... What do we need? What can we get with 10? Actually, that's probably a better aim. Should be able to get a pair of leggings and then an Iron pickaxe? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we got the leggings for some defense, and we'll make ourselves a pickaxe. Then, you know, if we happen to stumble across some diamonds, we can get them. But I think that's actually going to be my time done in the cave. I'd like to head up to the surface now, because it's probably daytime, or at least coming very soon. So let's take down the temporary setup, and then we can head back upstairs. That was a first pretty successful mining trip. How did I get down here? It's not a very good staircase. I kind of just fell down this part. I must have. That's fine. We got some blocks. We can do this and jump our way up. Perfect. Oh, it's still nighttime. How nighttime is it though? Is it super nighttime, or is it like morning, early morning nighttime? Well, we got a spider, that's scary, and a zombie coming at me, and the moon is still kind of high in the sky. But you know what? We got the vantage point, we got the high ground. We should be fine. Hopefully these spiders are friendly enough to me though. They're not being very kind at the moment. They shouldn't do too much damage though. We're okay. It is dark up here. Let's slap a torch down so we can see what we're doing. Sun's just beginning to come up behind me there, but the moon's got to disappear first. That poor bee. I think he's gotten lost. He's full of pollen and he doesn't know where his home is. Oh, you poor little thing. I think it's on that tree. It's that tree over there. That birch tree. You're going the wrong way, I'm afraid. Ah, look at that sunrise. Isn't that glorious? Take that torch, thank you very much. And hopefully at some point these skeletons should ignite. There we go. Alright, now we just got to watch out for creepers. And unfortunately they're kind of blending into the surroundings a little bit, so let's hope I don't get blown up. Kind of like it if you could drop a bone maybe, then if we find a wolf I could potentially tame it, but no, just another arrow. Well, thanks anyway. Excuse me, zombie. Oh, we dropped armor, for both of which I've already got. Well, it's the thought that counts. Anyway, morning is officially here, so I think let's go explore this potential cherry blossom biome. Well, the sun is still pretty low in the sky. It's basically a brand new day. I would like to try and get over to that cherry blossom biome before the sun sets. Actually have a good look around before it gets too dark. Got to go through some lovely flowers first of all though. Probably won't take any with me, it's not really needed. As well as a couple of horses. I am still without a saddle though, so unfortunately you will have to stay here. You can't join me on the adventure, I'm afraid. Oh, okay. This is a bit of an obstacle to come across. Quite the chasm to get to the cherry blossom biome. Well, that's fine. We will descend slowly and steadily. And then we got a big climb on the other side, which not sure I got the food supplies for, to be honest. That is a lot of jumping. Part of me really wants to jump and see if I can make it, but I am not confident in my abilities. Maybe from a bit of a lower point, I'll give it a go. Yeah, I can make this. At least I'm not going to die if I miss. Look at that, like a pro. And now we climb. I think I'm going to have to do a mix of climbing and digging at the same time, and placing blocks too, because it's quite a steep cliff I've got to go up here, so my shovel is going to be getting a workout. hope it's going to be worth it when we get to the top. Cherry blossom biomes are always very nice, so I'm sure it's got some good views and such, some nice surroundings, but we'll wait to see before we get there. And I think we're here. Okay, amazing. That wasn't actually too bad. Steep, but we made it. And I gotta say, I adore this biome. It is really peaceful. Potentially a place to set up a permanent residence for me. It's kind of what I'm scouting out today, to see if I can find anywhere to build a home eventually. And never actually built in the cherry blossom biome before, so I would kind of like to, maybe. Hello, creeper. Paying me a visit. Well, I don't appreciate that. I'm maybe just gonna leave you down there and you're gonna follow me. Okay, you're not having this. Well, please don't blow up the lovely biome. I'll fix that later. Especially if I set up here, I can't be having creeper holes around, so I will most certainly have to come back if we do choose to stay. Lots of wildlife though. There's bunnies hopping around, plenty of sheep. I've already lost count of the amount of bee nests I've seen. Look at that tiny little guy. He's so cute. This bee also looks a little bit stuck down here. Let's help him out. There you go, you're free. You're welcome. Maybe let's not do that again though. All of the falling blossom petals, it is very atmospheric in here. I gotta say, I'm getting some strong feelings towards this place for a home. How are the views though? The views are important. There's not a whole lot going on over this side, mostly just rivers and a couple of pieces of terrain, but it's nice enough. It's definitely not bad, that's for sure. I'm getting a little bit wary. The sun is beginning to go down, slowly but surely, and we still don't have a bed. I would rather not have to kill the sheep, but if needs must, I will do it. I'm not too keen on going through another nighttime. Having said that, we've just found a little cave here, so maybe there might be a bit of iron to make some shears. It's not looking too promising. Let's check the other way, maybe. Okay, that is, that's a bit too deep down into the caves. I'm not looking to do that just yet. Might be a little bit of iron here, but I do see the shadows of some mobs, which, yeah, I'm not too keen on. It's not looking good for the sheep, though, that's for sure. Well, I'm sorry, sheep, but I think some of you are going to have to face my blade, unfortunately. I'll leave it as late as I possibly can, maybe see if there's another cave opening anywhere. But I have 0 iron on me. Unfortunately, I used it all on myself, so... sorry. See a few more bits of stone around. Maybe we might get lucky here again. Just 2 pieces, that's all I need. 2 pieces of iron to save 3 sheep's life. It's worth it. Yeah, it's not looking promising. Alright, sorry sheep, the sun is way too low. I'm getting a bit nervous now. Without a bed, I kinda need one. I'm willing to bet I'll find some iron right after I do this, but just, you're going to good use, I promise. 1 wool, 2 more. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Oh, at least I'm getting some food. I only got 7 steak left, so doesn't hurt, I suppose. Well, it hurts the sheep. It definitely doesn't hurt me. Okay, let's see if we can make ourselves a bed here. I already have a crafting table. Let's not make another one of those. And we'll get ourselves a bed. There we go. We are going to be safe from the nighttime. Maybe we should dye it. I think you can make pink dye from the petals, maybe? Get ourselves a pink bed, especially if we're going to set up in the cherry blossom biome. It would be quite fitting. This is really nice to walk through, especially at sunset time with those rays peeking through. It is really nice. I'm getting tempted by this. But for right now, let's just run away from the spiders and see if we can set up a place to sleep for tonight. Because all of a sudden, it has just got real dark, so I think this is going to have to do. There we go. Brand new morning. We got all day now to explore the rest of this biome. So, let's see what's on the other side this way. We will just be a little wary of mobs. It did get dark for a second there, so there might be a couple around. We'll have our sword on the ready, just in case. Tons of horses. If I ever did get myself a saddle, I won't have trouble finding a steed, that's for sure. So many rabbits too. Don't think I've ever seen this many rabbits in Minecraft. They feel very few and far between most of the time, but not in the cherry blossom biome apparently. I think we're safe from mobs, so let's put the sword away. Don't need to be looking so aggressive. We've already made our point known to the sheep. Don't need to continue to scare them. I'm liking this way a little bit. The views are quite nice over here. Oh man! Oh, look at this! That is... yeah, that is a nice view. A misty mountain off in the distance with a waterfall pouring all the way down. Must have just generated recently because I saw it flowing then. Okay. If I wasn't convinced already, I am now. I think this might be a place of permanent residence for me. That mountain is a view I cannot resist. Maybe actually we should explore the mountain. I know we're probably not going to be setting up there, but I see a big hill and I kind of just want to climb to the top of it, honestly. And as if it couldn't get any better around here, there's a baby horse. You're so tiny, look at you. You're just like a mini-me. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you not a fan of me talking to your little foal? Apparently not. I'll move on, don't worry. Looks like I got another steep climb ahead of me. Thankfully I've got my practice in from yesterday. My body's recovered and I am ready. It's going to get snowy up the top though, so we will have to watch out for any powdered snow. I would hate to suffocate in that. That would not be a good way to go, especially since I haven't got a spawn point at the moment. It would be a long trek back. But here we are at the top of the waterfall. Definitely am a big fan of the view from the cherry blossom biome of the mountain as opposed to the other way around. Okay, I think all of this is regular snow, so we should be fine to walk on it. Just keep checking in maybe, just in case. But I would like to summit it. We're this close to the top, we may as well, right? cool bit of terrain over there. Giant hole cave. Maybe one day we can go exploring. Do need to complete my iron armor set, but I'm in no rush. I'm fully equipped for now to the level I want to be. But more pressing matters, we have made it to the top of the mountain. And we found a village, look at that. It paid off. Okay, that's cool. I'm maybe not going to go there right now. We'll save that for another day. Don't want to do too much all at once. But that is promising. Yeah, we'll definitely have to go check that out at some point. As for the rest of the surroundings, it's not looking like anything special. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to head to that cherry blossom biome, I think. For right now, though, we shall descend, and there's a lot of white going on, a lot of wind too, so I can't really see what is powdered snow and what is regular snow, so I'm going to go roughly the way I came, just to avoid any possible mishaps. Very cool, though. Very cool mountain. There's a fair few cows. I'm trying to think if I possibly need any more steak. I've already got 6, and I suppose I did get that extra bit of mutton from those generous sheep. So I think you guys can survive for now. I'll leave you be, but I may be back if I get hungry. I would quite like to set up just a farm and kind of live off the land, not have to rely on slaughtering animals all of the time. But needs must sometimes, right? I see a little bit of a cave opening over here. Might be some noticeable iron if we're lucky. Although it's looking more like a ravine. There's some down there, but I don't know how easy I can get that. Not very by the looks of it, but I can see 2 veins, so let's go on a quick descent down into the ravine, and we may have to just dig our way back up, but that's fine. Gonna have to place some blocks to get down safely. Thankfully the daylight is... Wow, that grass grew quick. Right as I placed it. Oh, it's copper. Oh, that's disappointing. Was the other bit that I saw also copper? No, okay, that bit was iron. It wasn't useless. Not that copper's bad, but... Oh, hello, skeleton. I'm just gonna trust that you don't see me and do something... Oh, no, okay, ouch. He's spotted me. Not good, not good. Please stop. Okay, quite low hearts, let's... Phew! Man, I really made a meal out of that. Did not need to be that hard. Probably not smart to land on a dripstone, though. It's better be more than 1 piece of iron, that's what I'm saying. It was, okay, good. It was 2 pieces of iron. Probably not worth it. I think just for now, so we can make sure we beat the sunset, I'm just going to pillar out. It's not the prettiest thing in the world, but it'll do for now. There we go. Ah, fresh air. And now I've got enough for a set of chairs, if I didn't already kill all those sheep. The question is, whereabouts do I want to set up base in the cherry blossom biome? I definitely 100% would like that mountain in the background. Or as some sort of view, but gotta pick a good spot, you know? How are we doing on time? Sun is fairly high in the sky, we got a little bit more time to go. And look, more iron. Perfect. Didn't need to delve all the way down into that deep dark cave. Could have just come back to where I was going anyway. And got way more than was down there. How are we sitting right now? 8 iron. Okay, that is pretty good. We can very nearly complete our full set of iron armor. I'm thinking maybe somewhere around here would be nice. Just in this little cove almost on the very edge of the cherry blossom biome, but still with a very visible view of the Misty Mountain. Yeah, I like it over here. Maybe we'll just set up some kind of like temporary base just in this mound. Maybe we'll just dig into it and that'll be fine for now. Then at some point we'll make something better, that's for sure. So just for now we'll make a very shoddy hobbit hole. My pickaxe did just break. Have I got a spare? I think I did. I do. Okay. Don't really want to waste my iron pickaxe at the moment. There we go. That's fine. That's deep enough. Just so we got a little bit of cover. Slap down our pink bed too and the essentials. So, crafting table and furnace. You scared me then, sheep. I just heard footsteps and assumed the worst. Let's also get a couple of torches maybe, just to light it up around here. And I would like to just kind of place a few more blocks because I'm not entirely keen on the terrain here. We'll just do something like that. There we go. A little bit more symmetrical. Slightly nicer. And since this is our place of permanent residence, we should probably make a chest for all of our items. Finally. Declog my inventory a little bit, because I got a bunch of rubbish here that I don't really need on me at all times. So, for now, we'll just shove it all in there. Keep the important stuff though. Blocks, food, and tools. There we are. Oh, man. Okay, suddenly it is nighttime. I think... yeah, I should probably go to bed. This isn't the safest place to spend the night, so... let's hope nothing drops down on me whilst I'm asleep. I feel very well rested after a good night's sleep in my new home. It's not much of a home at the moment, but it's a good start. I would definitely like to build upon it at some point in time, but maybe not today. I think today, or this morning at least, I would like to go and meet the new neighbours. There's a small village somewhere off in the distance there, and I think it'd be good to go and introduce myself. Maybe say hello, see if we can establish a good relationship, and probably steal a couple of their crops. We'll see. But for right now, I do just want to stick some iron in the furnace, because I am without hat and boots, and it would be probably wise to get that at some point. So we'll leave that going, and in the meantime, we'll wander on over. And as we do that, we can gaze upon the glorious mountain that is right beside our new home. Could not have found a better spot, honestly. This is great. I'm still not quite over the fact of our new base location. Picked up an egg. Cool, I'll keep this one handy. I might need it in the future, who knows. Oh no, bee. You seem to have gotten a bit sidetracked. I think your home is up there in the cherry blossom biome. Not down here. Maybe he'll find his way back. I think it was over in this direction anyway, I'm pretty sure. We were up at the top of the mountain, fairly certain we were looking sort of in an east direction, so I think it was this side. Let's hope it was anyway, otherwise we gotta cross over to the other side of the mountain. It was! Okay, fantastic, there it is. Let's go say hello. Hello, sir. You seem to run the place, maybe? You're kind of intimidating, I can't lie. Let's try to stay on his good side. Knock knock. Anybody home? Nope, not in this one. I'm at the centre of the village. Oh, there they are. They're all starting to appear. Hello, friends. I'm your new neighbour. I just moved in over yonder. I was hoping we could, you know, stay neighbourly and stuff and be friends. Would that be nice? Hopefully. Seems a little surprised right now. I think he's thinking on it. Now this is a lovely village and all, but I don't see they got any crops, which is honestly the main thing I was kind of hoping for. I would like something better than seeds. Looks like we found the village leather workers. 3 of them here, all piled together. Do all 3 of you really need to be doing the same job? I'm not convinced, but who am I to tell you? You guys don't mind if I just look at all the houses, right? No, they don't seem to mind. Okay, I'll have a snoop. Let's see if they got anything in their chests that they're probably not going to want. Let's be honest. I mean, are they really going to want a leather cap, boots, emerald, and just all of this? Probably. I would say no. I would say they would want me to have it. And honestly, I'm going to put the leather boots on. Maybe I'll keep them on permanently, just because having leather boots on in a snowy environment, we'll stick the hat on too, I guess, is probably going to be helpful with the snow that you can fall through. Would maybe be wise. Anyone in here? Nope. In fact, we should probably take our cap off. Let's be a bit more polite about it. Take our hat off if we're going indoors. What's going on over here then, in this little section? Oh, another 3 leather workers. Okay, well, you guys should probably get some different jobs. I mean, I don't want to just come on here and tell you how to run the village. Where is that guy going up there? Both of them, in fact. Climbing the mountain on this lovely morning. Fair enough. As I was saying though, 6 leather workers in a village, 3 was already pushing it. 6 though, definitely. Okay, we're not going to need any more leather equipment, I don't think, so honestly I'm going to just put it back in the chest and they can keep it. So, just moving it around. I will keep the leather boots though, that is appreciated. Oh, look at that! Little village kitty cat. Maybe we could bring him home at some point, that would be nice. I would like to get a pet at some point. Dog or cat, I honestly don't mind. Either way, I don't have the resources. No bones nor fish, so it's not happening right now. I think we've looked around the entire place. And, oh, there it is. How did I miss that? There is a farmer. Okay, that is amazing. Phew. I was just about to say I was a little bit sad and disappointed that there weren't any crops. But I cannot go empty-handed. I will go home with some amount of crops, hopefully, and leather boots. So I'd say this is a win. I haven't given them anything, though. So maybe not too fair of a trade. Hello, farmer. How are you doing today? This looks like beetroots. Is this beetroots? Can I break it and find out? I can't remember. I think this one might be potato. Okay, a single potato. I'll just take one, if you don't mind. One of each, maybe. So that's potato. I think this is beetroot. Nope, that's a carrot. You know what? That's all I needed. I will leave the rest with you. I appreciate that, farmer. I really, really do. I needed a food source, and carrot and potato will do me nicely. Looks like the sun is just about to start dipping behind the mountain, so I should probably start thinking about going back sometime soon. But I just want to make sure I can explore all corners of the village, see the whole thing. And you know what? It probably wouldn't hurt to take a little bit of wheat too. You guys aren't going to need this, right? Leather workers don't need wheat. 6 should be enough. Okay, yep, the sun is dipping behind the mountain now. Daylight is disappearing fast, so I'm thinking we may be... Oh, hang on, this is a big building. Let's see if there's anything in here. More potatoes. I'll take it. And some apples. I'll take them too. Okay, guys, well, it's been lovely meeting all of you leather workers and the one farmer and a few nitwits. It wouldn't hurt to, you know, get some new professions if you'd like to. Who am I to say? Maybe someday as repayment for the lovely stuff that you have given me, I'll bring over some workstations for you and you can have some different jobs. But in the meantime, I'm going to take the last few bits of things that you own and leave you for today. But it's been nice meeting you all. I'm sure I will return at some point. If I'm ever in need of leather, I know where to come to. But for right now, I gotta get back home, and I think it may end up being a bit of a sprint. I'd rather not. I'd rather go on a nice peaceful walk home during the sunset. But if needs must, I will run. Could also do with a bit more caving at some point in time. I have only got the 8 iron, but I guess if I'm going to keep the leather boots on, I only need 5 for the hat, which probably isn't needed. Maybe it'd be good to go hatless for a while. I don't plan on running into many badness, many mobs, many monsters, so I'd probably be fine with that hat. So I guess we could maybe use that 8 iron for tools. I've already got an iron pickaxe. Okay, we're nearly back. Hello horses, I have returned. Just in time. The sun is getting real low, and I'm getting real tired. Now where did I set up? I think it was just over here, wasn't it? Yes, I can see a torch glowing in the distance. Alright, yep, the stars and the lights are coming out, so that is my cue to go to sleep. And morning time. What shall we do today? I think first of all I'm going to just sort out my inventory a little bit, because I've got a bunch of junk now, or lovely gifts from the villagers I should say, but I don't currently need it all. And 7 eggs that I picked up on the way. That's quite a lot. You know what, I haven't really learnt my lesson in previous years of playing Minecraft. Maybe I should check my surroundings, make sure nothing spawned. Don't want to get creepered from behind, but I think we're good. Now, what was I doing? Gonna need a bigger chest at some point, I think. We did have the 8 iron in the furnace. Okay, that's good. I think we'll just leave it for now. I don't need to do anything with it at the moment. As I said, we'll keep the boots. I think they're going to be most helpful compared to iron. I don't really need the extra protection. And I guess maybe we could start planting our potatoes and carrot. Our single carrot. So, gonna need a hoe first of all. Got sticks and 2 cobblestone. Look at that. Perfect. Ah, you know what we do need to use that 8 iron for? I need a bucket. That is always super helpful to have on hand, not only for this situation, but just generally, I like to have a water bucket. So, I guess the next quest we can go on is to find a water source, and the only one I can see at the moment is all the way at the top of the mountain now, which I don't really want to take that one because I like the waterfall. I think there was some water this way, if I'm not mistaken. We'll go and have a look. Well, there's some steep cliffs. I think this was the place where the river kind of met the ocean, if I'm not mistaken. Well, these are some really steep cliffs, but yes, they do end in water. Okay, that is good. That is fantastic, actually. Saves me going on a super long trip up the mountain. And you know what? I can make this jump. Hopefully. Yes, I can. Well, I need the 1 bucket, and now I'm done. Let's climb back up. Oh, this is another steep one. It'll be worth it, though. We can get a good food source. Better than the 4 steak that's just dwindling away in my inventory. Can I make that jump? Honestly, probably not. Don't trust myself enough to try. This one, though, this one I can do. So I don't think I'm going to set up anything too permanent just yet with this farm. But I would like to at least get them planted. Then they can start growing in the background. And eventually we can build something bigger. But it would be wise to at least put it nearby where I've set up base. The more and more I come back to here, the more and more I would actually really quite like a companion of some kind. I don't think a horse is going to be on the agenda anytime soon, unless I trade for a saddle with one of those 6 leather workers. I think it's going to be more possible to get a dog or a cat. So we'll have to do that soon. Just wandering around aimlessly, trying to figure out the best place to plant some crops. I don't know, honestly. I'm treating it as though I can never move them again, which is just not true. I can, but here's a flat enough area, right by the bee. He can grow some of my crops as he flies by. That would be good. So if we stick our water source there, and then we can just make a very, very small and simple farm going round. It's tiny, but I don't have that many crops to actually plant, so it'll do quite nicely, honestly. I planted that in a very weird way, haven't I? Whatever, that'll do. And do I have any more seeds? I feel like we may as well use up the rest of the space that we have. No. Don't really need any seeds, honestly. I've already got those six hay bales, so any more than that would probably be overkill. There we go. Nice little crop farm. Maybe I should plop a torch over here. If I have one, I do. It can go, I guess, just on the floor here. Probably don't need light, but just in case. And you know what we will also do? Just break a couple of these blocks. Then if the animals walking by decide to get a bit too close to it, they're not going to fall and trample them. Which I don't think they should do with the current layout, so that's probably fine. And once again, need to rejig the inventory and just put the stuff away that I don't currently need. Yeah, double chest is going to be a must at some point soon. I'm running out of room, but I'll probably save it till we build something a bit more permanent. It's not going to be very big, but it will be better than a hole in the wall, that's for sure. And you know what? We still got some daylight hours left. And I should probably do something with that. So why don't I chop down one of these cherry trees? Because I possibly, not 100%, but looking at the selection of trees around us, I'm probably going to have to build my house out of this type of wood. We'll use some other blocks too, but I think this might be the predominant one. So wouldn't hurt to get some just ready to go when we do feel like doing some building. Save me having to resource gather at the same time. Obviously, I'm not looking to chop down too many of the trees and totally deplete myself of a forest. But maybe I'll just see if I can get some of the ones on the outskirts. I think these two are connected and they're kind of a bit of ways, so maybe I'll just chop down these two and that'll be enough for now. Shouldn't need too many blocks. As I said, it's only going to be a little small thing. Our first home. But it'll be cozy. And that's all that counts. At least in my books. Can't quite see if I've got that top log. No, I don't. Gonna have to jump and break at the same time. There's some serious athletic skill. Okay, hopefully I've got all of those logs. I'll keep an eye on it because if there's still leaves floating here in a while, then I know I'll miss one. And we'll get rid of it because I don't want any floating trees around here. And we'll just make sure I've got all of the logs. Don't really need to leave any behind. Oh, in fact, you know what would be a good idea? Got some saplings. Why don't we just replace them? Where was the other one planted? Should be a dirt block marking it, but I think it's gone, so we'll just have to put it there. And I'll go replant the one up here too. Maybe even a couple more. These cherry trees tend to drop a lot of saplings, so I won't be short of them, that's for sure. Stick one there, and I've got 5 more. That's quite a lot of saplings. Don't want to plant too many. I quite like the open areas that we do have in this forest. But I got the saplings, so I may as well put them down. There we go. Give them a little bit of time and they should grow into something beautiful. But for now, I'm just going to stick my 36 cherry logs into the chest. In fact, I am not, because I am out of room. Well, I'm going to have to just keep them on me. That's okay though. Sun's getting a bit low, but crops look as though they're not growing at all, actually, are they? I forget how long this takes. We do have some bones to use if necessary, but I think I'll just play the waiting game with them. I think it's finally time I move out of my hole in the wall and build myself a proper home. Still in the same area, but I would quite like something with all 4 walls, less open to the elements. Recently got some cherry logs, so we should be good to start building, but the sun is setting, so maybe I should get a good night's sleep and then we can start placing some blocks. Okay, now, do I want to build it in the exact same place or slightly off to the side? It's only going to be a very small house, nothing too large, but I think somewhere around here should be good. I kind of want to stay in the same location. I like the view of the mountain. I'm just trying to see if there's anywhere that's a little bit flatter. Maybe even down here could be quite nice. Let's have a look, see what it looks like from this point. We are slightly closer to the mountain. It's less foggy from this point of view. But we're not in the trees as much, and I'm not sure if I like that. I think I'm going to stay up here. It's going to be a little bit more tricky to build because there's petals and different leveled grass everywhere. But I like having all of the falling leaves and the bees buzzing around. It's just a bit of a better atmosphere up here. So let's start just placing some blocks. We'll begin with some cherry logs. As I said, it's only going to be a very small house. So I guess maybe I should actually just build up here. I know this is a little bit strange. Tell you what, no, let's go down to the bottom. We'll just get rid of the petals that are all around. Gonna have to probably place some other blocks around to fill in the empty gaps, but for now we'll just come up with a shape to begin with. I'm thinking just 5 by 6. Does that seem about the right size? I've got very limited resources, so there's only so much I can really do here. There we go. That seems like it's going to be a pretty good size. I think that tree is going to get slightly in the way, but I'll worry about that later. Question is, do I have any dirt? I've got 9 blocks. That's probably not enough, but I'll see if I can just try and cover up this cobblestone a little bit. I need a couple more. Running a little bit short. One there and one more. There we go. Hopefully that should start spreading into grass and we can get it all looking the same. So it is going to be a very small interior, but I think that's fine, honestly. Okay, let's craft some of these logs into planks, shall we? Maybe keep a few of them for strip logs. Actually, let's go do that first. Let's maybe, just on the corners, we can go 3 high. Not looking to do anything special here. Keeping it very, very basic. There we go. We can get some nice pink stripped ones on the corners. I can tell you now I'm going to have to go chop another cherry tree down. 6 planks, or 6 logs I should say, is probably not going to be enough, but see what we can do with it. I think maybe the doorway could go just on this spot. Of course this is going to be the front of the house. And then maybe we'll have a window kind of like here. Tell you what, I do actually want to craft a couple of stairs. That way I can have a little bit of depth added in above the window and the doorway. There we go, okay, it's looking alright so far. Just fill in that little gap there, and for now, that's the front side done. Gonna have to get some glass at some point, I guess. Hopefully there's some sand nearby. I'm sure I'll find some. Okay, I think before we go any further, this tree has got to go. I also do need more cherry logs, so it's a bit of a win-win, really. Is that all of them, or is there? No, there's one more up here. Oh, there's another one up here. I'll try not to leave any floating trees behind, although that does connect right there. Oh, that's a bit of a pain. You know what? The bit that's in the way should go ahead and despawn, so we'll leave it as there for now, and I've got some more logs that I can use for the building. Let's make a few more stairs. That's not how you craft them. I think around this side we'll maybe go with a bit of a bigger window. Too high this time. Okay, the leaves are still really in the way. They might actually be connected to the logs that I've got placed down, so let's just chop a few of them away, and that should hopefully sort the problem out. I think over here on this side I would maybe like an outdoor chimney possibly, which would cover up most of this. So for now, subject to change, but let's just fill that in totally. Now, what to do round the back? We're working with even numbers here, so maybe we'll just have a 2 wide window in the middle. Something like that. Yeah, I think that could work. Okay, now what I would actually like to do is replace these log blocks for wood blocks, so we don't have to see that top texture. But it still looks the same from the outside. Yeah, that's way nicer. Are these leaves despawning? I'm beginning to think I left the log in there somewhere. I did. Okay, now they should start to disperse. We got another log over here that I'm going to have to turn into a wood block. There we go. Now I don't have an awful lot of supplies really. My main 2 materials are cherry wood and cobblestone. We do have a little bit of oak, but I might save that for the interior. So I guess our roof is gonna have to be cobblestone. Maybe not my personal favorite choice, but it'll do for now. Let's see, I've made a house that I can't really get on top of. Can I make this jump? No. Tell you what, just for now, we'll craft some ladders, and I will do just that. There we are, now we can get back up. I think we'll try and keep the roof shape pretty low. I don't want to go too high with it. My ladders are in the way. Let's break a couple of them. Okay, so we got some stairs. I think if we can maybe go into slabs and just kind of work our way up to the middle. Like that, maybe? Possibly one more on the top. How does that look from the outside? Can't get up anymore. Gonna have to do another jump / ladder. But yeah, I think I like that. Need another plank in the middle, but that's fine. And I can hop on top. I am, however, out of cobblestone, which is a little bit of a problem because I want to fill my roof in with it. So the sun is setting. Let's have another nap and then go dig some cobblestone in the morning. And you know what? We may as well just dig out this area behind my bed. I'll probably get rid of this area once my house is all built, so it doesn't hurt to just expand the hole for now, make it a little bit ugly. It's fine. 41 at the moment. Let's get a handful more and maybe that'll be enough. Let's have a look. So I think we'll stick with cobblestone all the way through. I could technically smelt this into some smooth stone, maybe make some stone bricks, but I don't really have the coal supplies for that either. So this is gonna have to do. Need some more slabs. I crafted all these stairs and I didn't actually need any more. I'm sure I'll make use of them at some point. There we go, okay. Starting to look like an actual house now. It's just missing some details, I think. I'll tell you what, let's have a little bit of a break from building and see if we can go dig some sand, assuming I don't already have some, which I believe I don't. No, none. And we need some to make some glass for some windows, so let's maybe head down to the river or something, which is over this side. See if we can snag some sand. I would also quite like some other stone block like diorite, andesite or granite. Any of the three, honestly, for my chimney that I want to build. I could use bricks, but then I got to get the clay and that's going to take a little while. Okay, I see a couple of patches of sand. I don't need much. Honestly, 8 would probably be fine. I only have 3 windows, I believe. Yeah, so yeah, 8 should be fine. If we can craft it into panes, that'll do us nicely. Try not to leave the water a mess over here. Fill it back in. There we go, 8 sand. Might just have a look over this way, see if I can see any of those stone blocks. I can see some gravel. That is not much help. It's not looking good. Unless I'm being totally oblivious, which is a definite possibility. Careful of the lava. Might just have to find a cave at some point and head on inside. Okay, we've strayed a bit far. Let's head back and continue building. Can see a little cave opening over there that might possibly have something. Doesn't look like it though, but it may end up actually going down into a cave, so let's have a quick look. No. Stone through and through, I'm afraid. I already checked down here, didn't I? That's where I nearly died to that skeleton. Do I remember seeing any diorite of any kind? some dripstone. Can't really make slabs and stairs out of that though, so it's not exactly what I'm looking for. And that looks far too perilous for me to go down without any torches. And bad things happened last time I went down there. You know what? Let's leave it for now. It's only a chimney. It's not going to make or break the house. It'll still look nice without it. We can always go and get it another time. Oh yeah, that looks much more homely. Coming back to something like this rather than just a hole in the wall. Much nicer. Okay, right, before we start placing more blocks, let's go ahead and slap our sand in the furnace. Get that cooking up into some glass. And I think the next step is maybe just to shape the terrain a little bit more at the front. I don't like the steep drop off actually, so let's head somewhere else away from the house and just harvest a little bit of dirt. Where's a good spot that looks like it has too much dirt? This over here should do nicely. I like to try and leave the terrain looking reasonably nice if I ever have to do something like this. At least it'll grow back and turn into grass once again, and it won't look like I've taken a bunch of dirt. Even though that's exactly what I've done. Alright, this should be enough to shape our terrain a little bit better. Can smooth that drop off slightly. So I got a bit more room to stand on when I actually walk out my door. That would be ideal. And this grass has already grown, so hopefully shouldn't be too much longer until this dirt grows back. Yeah, okay, that's better. And it's a bit cramped around the back here, so maybe let's just break some of these blocks away. There we are, a little bit more room for movement. And our glass is done, look at that. Perfect timing. 16 glass panes, yeah, that is plenty. Okay, so we need 2 round the back, 2 on the side, and then 1 at the front. We do need a doorway. Maybe let's craft ourselves a doorway before we do anything else. And once again, due to my lack of supplies, it's gonna have to be a cherry door. But it's fine. We're in the cherry blossom biome. It makes sense to have a cherry house. There we go. Now it's officially a home. Still not done though yet. There's a couple extra things I want to add. Which do require me to craft some trap doors. I'm nearly out of cherry logs again. But I have enough. Let's just craft some of that. Maybe we'll get ourselves 8. That should cover me. And then I think round the back here, I would ideally like coarse dirt, but I don't think I have any gravel. We're going to make a little bit of a flower bed. Then we can grab some of these petals here and plant them on. Look at that. Lovely. Oh, had the flowers in my hand. I think the bee really wanted them. Okay, there's just one more thing I know I definitely want to do, and that is something about the roof. It looks like it's not being supported enough. So what I'm going to do is craft some cobblestone walls. Oh man, suddenly it's nighttime again. Okay, hold that thought. As I was doing, let's craft some fences too. Man, supplies are really dwindling. Thankfully it's a small house. Okay. I think we just need to add some pillared supports to look as though this house is actually being held up by something. So if out the front we just do this, how does that look? Yeah, okay, that makes it seem a bit more structurally sound. I like it. Do the same round the back as well. There we go, this is really coming together. I think this side is fine, it probably doesn't need much else. The front, I think the front is missing something. It would be nice to have a torch actually, just to kind of light up the entranceway. So, do I still have some trapdoors? I do. Okay, how about we make a little bit of a table here. And do I have any iron? I would really like to craft a lantern. They just look a little bit better than a torch. Okay, this may be a waste of iron considering I only have 5 ingots in total, but I'd say it's a good use because we can craft a lantern and stick it on our table here, and that just really makes it feel like a cozy home as opposed to just a regular home. So the house is looking pretty good. Still need to build our chimney over here around this side. Need some diorite for that though, which I currently don't have. However, the interior is lacking for sure. Maybe today we should try and tackle this whole room. It's very small, but I do need to gather resources for it. I suppose we could build the ceiling. I'll probably just do it out of cobblestone, since I'm very limited on block supplies and I've already got it in my inventory, so we'll maybe fill our ceiling out. And I was going to do some diorite on the floor, honestly, but that is a problem in itself. Okay, let's see here. I'm thinking we actually replace some of these stairs, or slabs I should say, with some stairs. That way they should hopefully look the same on the outside, but the inside will look slightly better. There we go. Yeah, that's a pretty nice ceiling. I like it. Okay. As I said, I wanted some diorite on the floor, but for now I'll just fill all of that in and maybe I'll find some later on. I think the next thing we should do is maybe just sort of move everything in. So if I would actually like to craft 2 furnaces, so let's gather a little bit of cobblestone. 8 is perfect, and we can make 2 furnaces, grab our other one, and our crafting bench can come too. It's a moving in day after all. I think maybe our bed can go over here on this side, and then like furnaces and crafting table and maybe storage can go over here. That's right by the door. I'm not sure. We'll stick this here for now. Maybe even top that with a cherry trap door. Looks a little bit better. The question is, where do I put my bed? I don't want to break it just yet because that is my spawn point. Hang on a second, I've had an idea. Since we're pretty limited on room, and we're not going to be able to make a second level, that would be a bit too cramped maybe. We could possibly make a bunk bed? And then do some storage underneath? Yeah, I like that idea. Since we have literally no other blocks, it's going to have to be made out of oak, which is fine. Shouldn't look too weird next to the cherry logs. So we do need a full block to spawn on top of. So let's say that one's over here, then our bed can go on these two. It's looking weird at the moment, but please bear with me. Hopefully nothing kills me now, because I don't have a spawn point currently. Let's change that and slap our bed down and set our spawn. Okay, so if I do happen to die, hopefully I won't, but I should come back and land here on this block. Now I need a way up. I probably technically don't. I could just click on the bed and be teleported up there, but I like the idea of a staircase or a ladder. I think a staircase is probably going to take up a bit too much room, so ladder it is. Let's see here. I think we should maybe place 2 trapdoors like that, and then we should be able to place some ladders in front of it. Okay, cool. Right, how easy is that? Pretty easy, sort of. It's a little bit tight up here. I kind of need another block here, I think. It's going to be another trapdoor. There we go. How does that look? Yeah, that looks better. The ladder looks a bit more sturdy. We can easily walk up onto here and then round and then go to bed. Okay, yeah, I like that. And we still have this block open for respawning. Cool, okay, this is already looking pretty homely. I guess under here maybe should be a double chest? Do I have any wood? I'm very short on oak, so I'd rather not use that if I can help it. Let's quickly go and destroy a cherry tree. I feel quite bad. I've chopped down multiple of them here, but I suppose I have been replanting them, so it's not all that bad. Which cherry tree looks like the one that needs chopping down the most? Probably not one with a beehive on. That would not be smart. This one over here should be fine. It's only a little dinker. I'm sure the biome won't miss it. Now I've just made myself feel bad about chopping down the tree in Minecraft. Is that all of your logs? Let's have a little punch around to make sure. It is. And you know what? Since you just gave me a sapling, I'll replant you back down. And a friend over here. Looks like the sun's getting real low, which means I'll be able to try out my new bed. My new bunk bed. Can you even believe it, sheep? I got a bunk bed. They're super jealous. Oh, I completely forgot we planted some crops over here. Stuff has grown. I think that's a fully grown carrot and potato. We'll find out. Yes, 4 potatoes. Look at that. Oh man, perfect. And multiple carrots. Tell you what, In the morning, we'll expand our farm to 2 more blocks. Really moving up in the world. But for now, bedtime in the bunk bed. Good morning, world. Where did I put my hoe? Probably in my chest somewhere. Oh no, it's in my inventory this whole time. Well, there isn't really much room for expansion, I'll be honest. Maybe we'll just do these 2 blocks over here. It's a bit of a hodgepodge farm, it's all over the place. But it'll work nicely for now, won't it, Mr. B? Was it you who was making my crops grow real fast? Probably, since his home is right above it. Unintentionally, a really good spot for a farm. So what was I doing? I was crafting a double chest, wasn't I? Now at the moment, I don't need an awful lot of storage. Maybe just 3 chests will be enough. I don't have many items, to be honest. You know what could look pretty good instead of having a chest there? Craft a barrel. Now, I have to remind myself how to craft a barrel. I think I need some slabs, right? Slabs and then some full blocks. There it is. Lovely, yeah. I think that's a better choice than just another chest on the side. So we got 27 slots there and then 54, I believe, which seems like plenty for me right now. How are we looking on space? I think I've filled it up as much as I want to. I would like a little room just to kind of move around in here. And there's only really 6 spots left open, and I think if I put anything on either of them, it's just going to take up too much room. So yeah, I'd say that's a nicely furnished home. Other than the floor. The floor we need to sort out. I should probably move my items in, shouldn't I? And just organize a little bit. I'm gonna save that for later. I will do it at some point, but for right now I kind of want to finish up with the house, so let's just dump everything in here for now. I don't like what I'm doing, but needs must. Okay, sheep, I am on a quest for diorite. That is all I need now, really, to complete my house. I don't think there's much else I really want to do with it for the moment. I would quite like to turn this into coarse dirt as well, our flower bed. So if we see some gravel, we'll pick that up too. Now, last time I went looking, I headed off in that direction for diorite, and I didn't find any, so let's go over this way. Any diorite down here? I see a lot of snow. But no diorite. There is some gravel. I will take that. I literally just need 2 blocks. No more. In fact, you know what? I'll craft the coarse dirt right now. 2 and 2 and 4 coarse dirt. Lovely. Is that diorite? No, that's gravel. I should have brought some torches, shouldn't I? That would have been smart. Well, there's some coal. That will help. This is probably overkill, but I don't honestly have that much coal back at home, so may as well take it all with me. It's just a little bit of pickaxe work that never hurt anybody. There we go, and more coal, which, yeah, I probably don't need any more than 22. That is enough for now. I would really like just, like, one log, but I don't want to leave a floating tree, so I'm sorry, this cherry tree, you too are going to have to go. But you will return, as long as you give me a sapling. Okay, I'll craft some torches and see if you want to drop one of those little trees of yours. There we go, 32 torches, that should be plenty. Any saplings? Got some sticks, that's no use. Come on, I want to replant. Just drop your sapling, that's all I'm asking. You cherry trees usually drop them in mass quantities. Oh, there's one. There you go. Oh, and another. Sure, we'll plant that here. Slowly but surely I'm gonna just expand this cherry blossom biome. Now I'm trying to have a look without falling off if I can see any diorite on this cliff face. I cannot. I don't think anyway. Maybe, you know what, since we got some torches, let's head back to that cave. Because it looked somewhat promising. If I can find it. Over here, right? And then nope, wait, this isn't where I was. This way? Aha, okay, this is where I want to go. Down into the caves, and there's a zombie with a sword immediately. It also wouldn't hurt to get a little bit more iron. I'm still without hat, and without boots. No luck so far, but I did see some andesite, so honestly, I'm just going to grab a little bit of that, because if I can't find any diorite, andesite will do, at least for now. It can work as a placeholder. I'd rather not, because it's the same sort of colour as the cobblestone. It's a bit too grey. I'd like the white of the diorite if I can help it. And you know what? There's some dripstone here too. Let's grab a little bit of that. Could always use that in the floor. Let's see, how big is my floor? My house is 5 by 6, I think. So I need like 12-ish blocks, somewhere around there. All of this should probably be enough. I hope. Because that's all that there is. Oh no, there's one more block over here. Okay, that's all that there is. Hopefully that is enough. Well, I just keep getting my wishes granted for me. Let's just grab this too, just in case. My pickaxe broke. I got my iron one, that's fine. I was going to use it sparingly, but it's fine. I'm probably not going to mine that much more. A dead end. Okay, that's not really what I was looking for. I also did not bring much food with me, which was probably not smart. In fact, it definitely wasn't smart. Oh, skeleton. I'd rather not get into that fight if I can help it. And I've made another silly mistake in not bringing my bed with me. Or a bed, or a sleeping bag, or anything. So I'm going to have to put on a sprint to get back home and go to sleep. Is this the direction out of my house? I think so. Oh man, the sun is setting. Yep, okay, there's the snow that the rabbit got stuck in that one time. Oh no, the lights are coming out and everything. Please be over here somewhere. There's the mountain, there's my house. Okay, let's get in there before anything bad spawns, which is already happening, so please, let's just go to sleep. Okay, that's better. I'm a bit wary to step outside because stuff probably did spawn, but let's just take a quick look around. I think we're okay. You know what? I think we're gonna call it an unsuccessful diorite trip again. One day we will get it, but for now, the andesite will do perfectly fine. I mainly just want to build my chimney, honestly. So for that, I'm going to need polished andesite as well as regular. Not much, just a little bit of each. Some slabs too would be good, actually. Hopefully I got enough. And then a wall for the chimney topper. Oh man, I should probably craft a stone cutter because that is a lot of wasted blocks, but it's alright, we'll make it work. Okay, so over here is where I want my chimney. I'm kind of thinking we build like a big base for it at the bottom. So I'm not sure, just kind of... Oh, I need regular andesite stairs. Forgot about that. I'm really scared there's going to be a creeper sneak up on me, so I'm actually going to have a quick look around just to make sure that we're in the clear, and I think we are. I'll find out one way or another. So let's just make that a little bit wider. Get some stairs in there too. Just to kind of round it out some. Oh, hello sheep. How's that looking? And then we can kind of like shoot up through the house, I guess, or through the roof. Just have to kind of cut a little hole. Yeah, trying to get those blocks back. Yeah, there we go. How high do I want to take this chimney? That is the question. Maybe just one more block there. Or, you know what, I think let's keep the polished only at the bottom. Then we can do andesite here and grab our wall for the chimney topper. Okay, how does that look? Might just tweak this a little bit. I'm not too keen on how much of a shape this looks like. It looks too symmetrical. So let's just do that. Okay, that looks a little bit better. Can always tweak it at a later stage, I suppose. That later stage is now. Turns out I am too indecisive. What about that? I'm just not a big fan. Stuff like this is so finicky because I could do it all day long and it probably wouldn't look that much different. Okay, I literally will do it all day long, so that's gonna have to do for now. And then just so we can say we got a floor, maybe let's replace this with some dripstone. I know I don't need to do all of these blocks since they've got other blocks on top of them, but we may as well. There we go. I think that's the house all done. Inside and out, other than the addition of diorite for our chimney. But we will get that at a later stage, I'm sure. Unfortunately, now what I have to do is move my stuff in. So let's see, what have I got here? I think maybe we'll do just kind of blocks in this one. I'm not too fussed about keeping it super duper organized, especially when I've got these few items. I can rummage for things when I need it. So yeah, let's do blocks and like placeable items in this one, and then we'll just do everything else in the barrel. What have we got in here? Okay, I think it should be enough space. I suppose I could always just plop like a double chest under this one if I needed it, but I'd rather not because that probably wouldn't look too great. Okay, I think that's all of the blocks. I guess the petals can go in there too since I've got so many of them. And then just everything else can be dumped inside of here. And at some point in time, maybe I'll organize a bit more, but like I said, I don't really have that many items, so that'll do for now. I have one mission in mind for today, and that is to get some diorite. I got a chimney over here that is currently made out of andesite blocks, but my original intention was to build it all out of diorite, and I would really like to make that change. The only trouble is, all of the times I've gone out in search for diorite, I haven't been able to find any of it, so this may be the first time anybody in the history of Minecraft has ever gone out in search on a quest for diorite, and diorite only. That is literally the only thing I'm looking to get today, so we should probably get going before we lose any more light. Is there anything I need to bring with me though? I could do with some more food, but I don't really have any. I can make some bread with the hay bales, but I should probably keep that actually. No, that's fine. We can find some food on the way. My tools are looking a bit worse for wears, but that's alright. We can get some of them too. Lovely. Just in time. It's going to be a bit of a wet journey by the looks of it. Oh, I nearly forgot. Hang on a second. We got to go back. We got to go back. Okay, the bed is going to have to come with me. I need to bring a spare bed, but I don't currently have one. So if I die, I'm going back to spawn. So let's try not to do that either.